Hey there, history buffs. Have you ever wondered about the ancient obelisks of Egypt, those towering needle-like monuments that once dotted the Egyptian landscape? Well, buckle up because today we're diving into the mystery of Egypt's missing obelisks. Once upon a time, Egypt was home to more than 30 awe-inspiring obelisks. These monolithic pillars, carved from a single piece of stone, were masterpieces of engineering and artistry. But fast forward to today, and only 3 remain in their homeland. So, what happened to the rest? First, let's talk about what an obelisk actually is. It's a tall, four-sided pillar that tapers to a pyramidion at the top. These structures were often inscribed with hieroglyphs and dedicated to the sun god, Ra. They were symbols of power, pride, and a connection between the heavens and the earth. The real twist in our tale begins with the Romans. When Rome conquered Egypt, they were so impressed by these obelisks that they decided to take a few as trophies. Imagine that! Rome, the center of an empire adorned with Egyptian obelisks. Today, Rome boasts 13 of these ancient monoliths, the most outside of Egypt, but the story doesn't end there. Over the centuries, other European nations followed suit: Paris, London, Istanbul, and New York. All of these cities now have Egyptian obelisks standing proudly in their midst. They were transported through incredible feats of engineering, often involving ships and complicated logistics. It's mind-blowing to think about how they managed it. One of the most famous obelisks is the Luxor obelisk, now standing in the Place de la Concorde in Paris. Originally from the Temple of Luxor, it was gifted to France by Muhammad Ali Pasha, the ruler of Egypt in the 19th century. Weighing a staggering 250 tons, it was quite the undertaking to transport it to France. And get this, they even had to build a special ship just for the journey. Meanwhile, in London, you have Cleopatra's Needle on the banks of the Thames. Despite its name, it has no real connection to Cleopatra. It was actually erected in Heliopolis during the reign of Thutmose III. It was gifted to the UK in 1819 to commemorate British victories, but it took nearly 60 years for it to finally make the journey to London. And then there's New York City's Central Park, home to another Cleopatra's Needle. This one was a gift from the Khedive of Egypt in 1881 to mark the opening of the Suez Canal and to symbolize the burgeoning relationship between Egypt and the United States. So why are there only 3 obelisks left in Egypt? Well, politics, gifting, and sheer admiration for these ancient structures played a big part. But for Egypt, it's a bittersweet legacy. On one hand, their ancient artistry is celebrated worldwide. On the other, a piece of their cultural heritage stands far from home. But every time you see one of these obelisks, whether in Europe or the United States, remember their origins. They may be scattered across the globe, but their heart and soul remain in Egypt. Thanks for joining me on this historical journey. If you enjoyed this video, hit the like button, subscribe for more fascinating tales from history, and let me know in the comments where you'd like to travel next in our time machine. Until next time, keep exploring the mysteries of the past.